Welcome to let's call it a Star Wars Collector Corner kind of special. We haven't really talked much about collecting at all lately,
No.
partially because there really hasn't been a whole lot to talk about. I mean, it's kind of funny. I keep a master list of all my pre-orders that are outstanding, and it has been shrinking rapidly because I'm actually getting product without them announcing more product, which could play into everything from Hasbro's problems. They've recently laid off, I believe it was like 10% of their workforce, or 15 and over 1,000 employees. So there's been some big happenings behind the scenes, which we really don't have to talk about here. It's kind of be a more of a fun video where we talk about what was just announced. But it is definitely worth mentioning that it has been a slower period.
Absolutely.
And they've had problems with, D&D, Magic the Gathering, and all sorts of things. But let's kind of recap and talk about what happened on Wednesday.
They did a live stream announcing new product, and I have organized all of it so that we can enjoy it and look at it and see what's coming.
Cool.
All right, we'll start up with the Celebration exclusive Revenge of the Jedi Darth Vader.
Initially, I kind of rolled my eyes and said, oh, look, it's another Vader. But I think it looks pretty cool, actually.
Some of us might have got excited and said, look, another Vader!
Yeah, I know you had a totally different reaction. But no,
Yes.
I actually was like, oh, goodness gracious, here we go, another kind of repaint. But it actually, I've got to say it doesn't look terrible.
No, this repaint is based on the poster for the movie when it was originally called Revenge of the Jedi. Though I think they're basing it on the big red version of the Vader, and not if you look in the corner, there is a version of him and Luke fighting where he's very bluish with a blue saber himself, whereas Luke looks like he has a red saber or a white saber.
I was kind of hoping when they first talked about it, it would be like a 2-pack of both of them
that'd be
different
cool.
sabers. And
But, yep, it is a reddish deco Darth Vader. He's got a really, kind of like how the cape looks. But, if they were going to give me a red Vader for Valentine's Day, I already designed one for them.
a blood Vader. Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I did. I still got the picture. I'll probably pop it on screen here during the showing off Vaders. But I do kind of like this one. I don't know if it's just their glam shots.
Well, yeah, they are maybe a little touched up. And
I'm hoping that there is wire in the cape because some of the pictures have, like, the flow. And I'm like, you better have wire in the cape. And you didn't just, like, hold it, glue it down with some spray glue. No, I want wire in the cape. They never put wire in the cape.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if there's wire in the cape, but maybe pleasantly surprised. We'll see.
All right, and we are continuing on. We're doing Black Series all first. So next up is the Black Series Deluxe Rebel Commando.
Deluxe because they put 2 heads in, right?
Yes, they did.
Oh yeah, Nick Sant, aka perhaps Rex.
Totally Rex.
I think Rebels confirms that's Rex, right?
I think
Because
they
Rebels,
did.
Sabine at the end of Rebels in the epilogue talks about Rex being at the Battle of Endor. There was also this thing out there that Nick Sant, who kind of looks like an older clone, it was going to just be Rex now. So
Yeah,
I'm
why
going to say
not?
that's a Rex figure. I'm doing it. I don't care. Nick Sant, I'm sorry, but you're Rex now.
One thing I don't like about this figure is the knee joint. It doesn't carry over all of that art deco they did for the camo pants.
I have that problem with a lot of figures.
Yeah.
A lot of them have that kind of, where as soon as the knee joint gets exposed, it kind of looks wonky.
Yep. I also don't like that deluxe means more expensive.
That's
and
all it means. It doesn't mean you get more. It just
Deluxe
means we
means
put a
more
bigger price
expensive.
tag on it.
And if you want to have both versions of the Trooper, you have to buy two.
2, yes.
And have extra heads.
Yes. Well, it's different faces, actually. You don't
Yeah,
really
you don't
remove
take the
the head.
head
It's
off, you
just a
actually will
different
pop the
face. That is
face
the
plate.
only... And I mean, it doesn't have anything more than like a backpack and a gun, it seems. So I'm not sure why it's deluxe other
Well,
than...
because you have a special backpack you can take off. There's a couple accessories that'll come off.
Okay, as long as they can do that, as long as you can kind of make them look a little bit different, at least.
I feel like
I'm not really seeing
the Rex
but...
one should be a little more portly, but whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say, Rex... I mean, look at him in Rebels. Like, he'd been eating well. He'd been eating those strange creatures they were digging out of the sand. I don't
Yeah.
remember what they're called.
Like, none of today's pre-orders that we're going to talk about are up for pre-order.
So they're not
I
pre-orders,
call
they're
them
just
pre-orders.
announcements, yeah.
They're really just announcements. Most of them are just going to be mainline Pulse availability coming out in the spring or the summer of this year.
Or next year.
One of them was like next year.
I
The
think it
rest
was
of
the
them
Ki Mundi was...
Yeah. But yeah, no pre-orders.
Or is that something to apologize for?
I don't know.
It's maybe a nice
I like
long
to have
break
a pre-order
is...
because if I don't have a pre-order telling me that I can buy it, sometimes I miss it because stores are horrible about putting product on the
What,
shelf
they
when
put
they're
products on shelves?
Exactly. So it's going to be a pain to watch for because if they can't, why can't they just tell us the release date then?
It's
So that I
'cause
know
Hasbro
when to
doesn't
go
even
on
know.
Pulse and get them.
Hasbro doesn't even know when they'll get them out there.
Yeah. Next, we're going to go over the exclusive Walmart Black Series Jesse.
Which will be impossible to get. You can guarantee that.
Walmart, yeah, it's going to be at their
Walmart
collector
sucks
con.
yeah.
Half the time, Walmart doesn't start the pre-orders when they say they're going to start the pre-orders.
Yeah, they seem to forget about them.
Yep. So this is going in March. It does have the removable helmets. You can see his lovely face tattoo.
Yeah, I actually think that looks like a really cool figure. I mean, it's
It does.
Jesse, right?
It does look
everybody
like a nice
loves
paint
Jesse. I mean,
job.
everybody loves the clones in general. I'm never upset to get... I know you can call them repaints, repacks, whatever you want, but I'm a sucker. I can't get enough clones.
I know.
I know you know. You know what my collection
all right,
looks
let's
like.
keep moving here. We got a lot to get through yet.
All right.
Next up is the Black Series Kiadi Mundi. We did see this in the pipeline a while back, but now we get to see the figure.
Next year sometime. I think they said spring
I think
2024
this
with
one was the long one, yeah.
Yeah, he's been stuck in the pipeline a little while, I guess.
Yeah.
Looks great though.
He's not going to have much range of head movement with that
what are you
high
saying?
cowl back.
What are you saying?
And the goatee.
Huh?
I'm just saying because of the way they designed his outfit.
Yeah,
His goatee will prevent really any head movement that I can see.
Kind of like with the clones. I'm always happy to get more Jedi.
Mm.
You know,
especially more prequel Jedi because you had like the Council of One for the longest time.
Yeah, it took a while for them to start cranking out the Jedi actually.
Well, and then they only announced one more Black Series figure, which is kind of sad. And it's not a figure; it's one of their replica lines. It's the Scout Trooper helmet.
Which probably cool if you're into that thing. I've never really been into the.
They usually have a higher price tag, but they have the electronic voice changer. And if you can't afford to get a real kit, I guess you can afford this.
Wow,
you know?
just
well, the real kits
Hasbro.
are. I mean, the real kits are really expensive.
No, they look nice. I'm sure a lot of people out there like them and buy them, and that's cool.
I'm curious about how comfortable they are because they say, "Hey, padding," but when they had them open on the
I didn't see no
thing,
padding.
I didn't see any padding, so I was a little concerned there. I guess we'll pop in at the retro collection next.
Oh yes.
They only had one announcement for a figure. It is another one of those weird prototypes that they do. It's Mandalorian.
Who buys these? I don't understand. And if you do, I apologize, but I just look at this and I'm like, no.
You can only get these from Target, and it comes in 6 colors.
And you know there are people out there who get all 6 variants.
Yeah. I like the packaging. I think the packaging, all the colors are really cool, but I just wouldn't buy the figure.
I like realistic looking figures on my shelf. That's
I know they were like super excited when they were talking about it because they're like, look at the gun. The gun is done in Kenner blue.
They are old school guns a lot of time were blue or just not the right colors, yes.
So it's done in Kenner blue. Next, we'll move into the meat and potatoes, which was the vintage collection.
Yeah, the vintage collection, I think, scored here. They definitely won the day.
First up, they had clone Captain Hauser.
Yep, from Bad
Batch.
Batch.
On a new
card,
back,
yeah.
Because he was on...
Yeah, there was a problem with the name. They
got
the wrong name and didn't get to
when
change it last minute.
Yeah.
Thanks,
so now he's
Lucasfilm.
going to be on the correct card back, which means the other card back's going to be worth money someday.
In theory.
Possibly.
Or this one gets short printed and this one's worth more. You never know.
So you have to buy them both.
That is always the plan.
Mm-hmm. Next, we get a Clone Trooper pack, which they won't give you in Black Series.
Come on, Black Series.
They used to.
Yeah, they did actually have some Clone Trooper packs, yeah.
212?
Yeah, Obi-Wan's...
Mm-hmm. And they have the leader there, Waxer. He's got the cute little...
Where's Boyle, though? Like, you should have 2 packs, one with Waxer, one with Boyle.
Don't give them ideas.
Well, no, you got to give them ideas.
Well, then you'll have
Otherwise, they get their own ideas.
Look at you.
Exactly.
And it's got the cute helmet with his Numa on there. Little Twi'lek girl. But yeah, you can get the Clone 4-pack.
No, I think these are awesome.
3 standard, 1 Lita of the pack. Waxer.
Yeah.
It's nice.
If you're an opener, I think those are fantastic. If you're somebody who likes closed, I don't think the presentation is all that
the
fantastic.
boxes are cute.
They're
the
fine, but they're
nice looking, but you can't see the figure, which is part of the enjoyment of the vintage collection, is being able to see the figure through the bubble.
Yeah, old card backs is what the appeal to the vintage collection is for me. But I mean, they're not that they're bad figures either, but that's what I love about them.
Next up was kind of a weird one. It was the vintage collection Phase 2 Clone Trooper. And they were so excited that they redid the Clone Trooper, updated it, made it better, sharper lines, all that good stuff. And then they're like, oh, it's Andor. Like, what?
Yeah, because they were there for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, and a flashback.
Yeah.
One time.
I don't know, I actually thought that was kind of cool to put it on the Andor card. I would get why people wouldn't like it.
They've been getting guff that Andor doesn't have any figures.
They needed to just put it on an Andor
card
back.
Put it on an Andor card back.
It's totally just an Andor figure.
We're totally not missing Andor figures.
No, not at all. Not like they got like 3 announced and then just kind of got skipped over.
Whatever.
I just think they didn't think Andor was going to be all that popular.
Next up, we have a Return of the Jedi, Admiral Piet.
Looking like a captain with the wrong rank placard.
They said they wanted to do it just like in the movie where he was wearing the incorrect
put on the wrong uniform
insignia
that day.
rankings
He didn't know Vader was serious with that promotion.
He's
like, really? Really? Admiral? Really?
No, he's like, not today. Not today.
No. He didn't want to show up on the bridge, and Vader's like, I was joking, and now I'm going to have to kill you. So, speaking of Vader,
Speaking of Vader, he was our next on the list here. We've got Return of the Jedi Darth Vader, and he's got his 3-part helmet, and he also has a removable hand.
Everybody in Star Wars has a removable hand.
No.
No, cool figure. I think it's a great figure.
It's about time the Vintage Collection got a 3-part removable helmet. I mean, those things are harder to do in small scale, so the more that they perfect the technology, I mean, then the Vintage Collection can get the figures that they like.
No, the face printing technology on the Vintage is even coming a long way in the last few years. They're looking sweet.
And then someday you'll find out nobody needed the Black Series because they could do it all in Vintage.
Don't say that.
Next, Return of the Jedi Han Solo. Looking Han.
Well, he's looking very hot. It looks good. Another one that it's impressive.
I do like how they showed off, like, hey, if you bought that Andor bunker playset, he fits right in there.
We even got a peg hole for him.
Yeah. But yeah, he's part of their 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi collection.
No, another great looking figure.
And then they gave us a Starkiller.
A repackage, but sure.
Sort of a repackage. Because they gave you extra parts so you could change his outfit.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he gets the expanded universe title and.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain about a repackage of Starkiller, especially if you you've jumped on the ship a little late with the Vintage Collection. Some of those figures are pretty damn expensive from years ago at this point.
Yeah, so now you can still have one. Ta-da! Yeah. Comes with a little extra gear. It's great. And the last Vintage Collection announcement.
And certainly not least.
Was.
Weequay. Yep.
That's
it. That's Weequay.
That's a Weequay. It's a Weequay.
More for your sail barge if you have it. And
yeah.
I think this is a repack too, though. So
I think so as well. I think they said it was a repack.
Yeah.
All right, on to the ending here. We have the pipeline figures that they made sure to tell us were very far out.
Yes, they
They're
did.
Like,
They're
hey,
like,
really far out.
Hey, don't expect this anytime this decade.
And some of the packs were a little weird listed. First, we have for the Black Series reveals. We have 3 items here. We've got the Luke and Grogu build-up pack.
Yeah, that just means there's going to be a lot of little... I think that's like beyond deluxe is what they mean when they say it's a build-up pack. Because some of those Mandos have been quote-unquote build-up packs with like the spider and Grogu or the egg.
So this is going to come with probably the backpack so you can have Grogu ride.
Yes.
Maybe a regular Grogu with the training. I don't know.
Could be a lot of different little things, but that's usually what the build-up pack means. A lot of accessories, even more than a quote-unquote deluxe figure.
Good. A deluxe.
Yes, the deluxe version.
We also got the
like
announcement of Deluxe Darth Malgus.
What is going to be deluxe about him? That one I didn't... I
don't know.
Cool, Darth Malgus,
he is
cool.
From the...
But deluxe?
He is from the Knights of the Old Republic online game. He's not from KOTOR. Sometimes I confuse him with Darth Malak.
Malak and Malagus, yes.
Similar names. They both have face issues.
Every Sith has some face issues, but
what?
yes.
Darth
That's
Maul
one way
didn't?
to put it. I don't know. He kind of had face issues.
No, he had leg issues.
Lower half issues.
All right, and last they told us we're going to get the Ahsoka Loyalist helmet. So they're going to take that Clone Trooper helmet and just spray paint it a bit and rebox it for you.
Repurpose, yep.
They should just give you like a Klingon sticker so you can just
Jeez.
put it on
you want it to
one
be
you already have.
Hey, that would be a good idea, though. You could put the different stickers for the different types of helmets. I mean, they never do it because
give you a nice little sticker for pack. Be like, look, I'm this clone today.
Yeah, I'm 501st today. Tomorrow I'm a Loyalist. And the next day I'm 212th or whatever it might be.
For the pipeline reveals on the Vintage Collection, they gave us Book of Boba Fett Luke Skywalker training outfit. Yes.
Sounds a lot like every other... I mean, Luke doesn't vary up the look too often, so...
But this is the Book of Boba Fett training outfit, Luke.
Yeah.
So he's going to have a bad CGI
it is slightly
face?
different,
I don't
know. Oh. Wow.
And then they're giving us a 2-pack, Obi-Wan and Battle Damage Darth Vader from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
All right.
They're giving us also a speeder from The Mandalorian. I'm assuming it comes with the Scout Trooper and probably Grogu in a bag.
Pouch.
Okay, pouch.
And then the big one.
The Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's going to have to go with my Razor Crest.
But your Razor Crest will be too big for a vintage... Oh, gosh, they're going to be in scale, aren't they?
Yeah, of course they are.
So does that mean we get to blow up the Razor Crest to keep it canon in the house?
No,
because he only got that when the other one blew up.
I don't need the current canon version of the Raider Crest, the Razor Crest, which is just pieces strewed up on the floor.
I think that'll be exciting.
It would be. But that one, video on YouTube and I fire up the old Razor Crest.
Yeah. All right, and then for the retro collection, they're actually announcing figures, not just multicolored monstrosities. We get Book of Boba Fett, Nomad Boba Fett, Tusken Raider.
I thought we already got Tusken Raider, but okay.
For vintage, or for the retro.
I thought we got like the Fennec Shand and the I don't know.
Fennec
Maybe I'm
Shand
not, I don't collect
for
retro, but I
Santin.
could have swore.
Yeah, they're doing like the Boba Fett collection here
Yep.
for the retro collection.
A little
Well, not
late
vintage,
on the
retro.
Boba. Yeah, but I mean retro's kind of vintage.
Yeah, but they have
It's
the
like
weird
the
little
vintage
Kenner
vintage.
things. They don't have all the joints. And
No,
stuff
they have the
that
5
vintage do.
POA kind of old school.
So even though
looking.
these pictures look way more detailed than those figures. Ever
Well, those
will.
the figures aren't. They're purposely not going to look detailed. They're going to
Ugh.
look like the old school Kenner figures.
And then we have Cad Bane, Jedi Luke Skywalker, Grogu, and the Mandalorian.
What is the Grogu retro going to look like? I think they already have a Grogu retro, don't they? Or did they show one
I
off?
don't keep track of retro.
I don't. Yeah, I like them because I like the old school Kenner figures, but I don't buy them, so I don't keep too strong tabs on them.
Okay, well, that is all we have for you this time. That is all the figures that they gave us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you taking us out.
So take to the comments below, talk about these figures, talk about the fact that they noticeably didn't tell us the price points on any of these things.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
No exclusives though, other than the Walmart one.
And the Target.
Oh, that's right. There was a Target one.
And
too.
the convention.
Well, that's kind of a special exclusive. I don't really count that as like a.
Special exclusive. It's like the only one that I really want, and that won't be the one we're able to find.
What are you talking? Some of the other
we're
ones,
not
Jesse,
going to London.
Kiadamundi. No, we're not going to London, but some of the other Black Series were good. The Rebel Commando was.
But
yeah.
they're not all Vaders, are they?
No, thankfully.
All right, take the comments below, comment and stuff. We'll say. And until next time, thanks for watching.